Back on October 19, 2017, something extraordinary grabbed the attention of Robert Wyrick, an astronomer at the University of Hawaii at Manoa. Using the impressive Panoramic Survey Telescope and Rapid Response System in Hawaii, he discovered a fascinating object. Right from the start, it was obvious that this wasn't your everyday space rock. Its orbit, speed, and characteristics were downright strange. This mysterious visitor seemingly appeared out of nowhere before zooming off into the vastness of space. But what do we actually know about this cosmic traveler, Oumuamua? And could this elusive entity ever make contact with Earth? Tune in to today's video as we dive into the intriguing mysteries of the unique and controversial space object known as Oumuamua. On the fateful night of October 19, 2017, astronomers at the Pan-STARRS 1 telescope on Maui got the surprise of a lifetime. What started as a routine skywatching session quickly turned into a momentous discovery. Out of the blue, they spotted an object like nothing they'd ever seen before. This incredible find, zipping along at an astonishing 87 kilometers per second, 54 miles per second, on a highly elliptical path, was clearly an outsider to our solar system. It was the first interstellar object ever detected. Adding to the intrigue was its unusual shape. It looked like a cigar. Despite its modest size, 115 meters, 377 feet long, and 19 meters, 62 feet wide, there was something even more fascinating about it. As the object, later named Oumuamua, which means a messenger from afar arriving first in Hawaiian, moved through space, it displayed a bizarre acceleration that couldn't be explained by the sun's gravity alone. This puzzling behavior led even the most skeptical scientists to ponder whether Oumuamua could be an alien spacecraft, equipped with its own propulsion system to zoom through our solar system. But we'll delve into that tantalizing theory later in this video. Initially, scientists thought Oumuamua was just another asteroid, but that theory quickly evolved as they dug deeper into its strange features. Unlike the typical rounded or irregular shapes of asteroids in our solar system, Oumuamua had a sleek, elongated appearance and didn't follow the usual orbital path of a solar system asteroid. Oumuamua's behavior only deepened the mystery. Most space objects maintain a steady speed, but Oumuamua broke the mold with its unusual velocity, leading some to speculate it might be a comet. Comets are icy bodies that develop visible tails of gas and dust when heated by the sun, often zooming through space at speeds of 100,000 miles per hour. As comets approach the sun, their speed increases, which seemed to fit Oumuamua's high velocity. However, it didn't show the telltale sign of a comet, a visible tail. Some researchers suggested that Oumuamua could be releasing gas from its sunlit side, propelling it like a rocket. Yet, no gas emissions or tail were detected, which are key characteristics of comets. If Oumuamua were a comet, scientists would have found clear evidence. To add another twist, in 2019, astronomers discovered another interstellar comet named 21 Borisov. Unlike Oumuamua, 21 Borisov behaved more like a typical comet, showing multiple fragmentations and a massive tail stretching 160,000 kilometers, 14 times the Earth's diameter. This comparison made Oumuamua's unique movement and lack of a tail even more perplexing. When scientists realized Oumuamua didn't match the typical traits of an asteroid or comet, a new idea surfaced. What if this strange visitor was a fragment from an exoplanet? The theory suggested that an asteroid might have smashed into a distant planet, flinging pieces of it across the universe. From the moment Oumuamua was first spotted by the Pan-STARRS Observatory, it fascinated researchers. This observatory, armed with a colossal digital camera boasting 1.4 billion pixels, is designed to track space objects that might pose a threat to Earth. On September 9, 2017, Oumuamua reached its closest point to the sun, zipping along at a staggering 196,000 miles per hour. But it wasn't just speed that caught scientists' attention. Its path around the sun deviated in such a way that it was clear it wasn't just influenced by the sun's gravity. This suggested it came from beyond our solar system. The idea of an interstellar origin stirred up excitement and unease alike. The thought of an alien object whizzing through our solar system was both thrilling and unsettling, especially since the sun didn't seem to affect it as it passed by. Oumuamua's movement was beyond anything seen in comets or other celestial bodies, showing a sustained and deliberate thrust. Some speculated it was accelerating as if trying to escape the sun's heat and return to its home in the stars. This mysterious acceleration led to wild speculations that Oumuamua might be an alien spacecraft. Some theories even compared it to our Voyager probes, but suggested it might be powered by an unknown internal energy source instead of conventional fuels. The origin and age of Oumuamua remains an enigma. To truly understand it, we would need a close-up view or a live sample, which is impossible given its incredible speed. This velocity also means Earth-based telescopes couldn't capture clear images. Initially thought to be cigar-shaped, further observations revealed it was more like a pancake. This unusual shape fueled the speculation that Oumuamua might be an alien spaceship, which seemed to be the most compelling explanation for this bizarre space traveler. In their quest to unravel the mystery of Oumuamua, scientists proposed some fascinating and unconventional theories. One notable idea came from Avi Loeb, a Harvard astronomer, who suggested that Oumuamua could be an alien spacecraft powered by a light sail. This propulsion method would use the sun's radiation as an energy source. According to Loeb's hypothesis, photons bouncing off Oumuamua's surface would provide the energy needed for its movement. However, this theory faces some challenges. Solar radiation propulsion usually works for small, lightweight objects with low density, and it requires a large surface area to catch enough sunlight. These limitations are based on our current scientific understanding and technology. But if we entertain the idea of an advanced alien civilization, it's possible they could harness solar radiation to power a spacecraft the size of Oumuamua, even without visible means of capturing the radiation. The theory of an advanced civilization also suggests a reason why Oumuamua remains so elusive. Some speculate it might be using a cloaking mechanism, making it look like an ordinary space rock. Despite this intriguing idea from a respected astronomer, scientists are cautious about labeling Oumuamua as an alien spacecraft and continue to explore other plausible explanations. Astronomers have proposed several non-alien theories to explain Oumuamua's mystery. One idea is that it's a nitrogen iceberg, possibly chipped off from a Pluto-like planet eons ago. However, Avi Loeb and Harvard undergraduate Amir Siraj argue against this, pointing out that pure nitrogen is extremely rare, both on Pluto and throughout the universe. The amount of exoplutos needed to create a nitrogen Oumuamua would be unimaginably large. Other experts suggest Oumuamua could be a block of solid hydrogen, formed on the outskirts of a massive molecular cloud during the solar system's formation. Another theory is that Oumuamua might be a comet. It could be an interstellar comet expelled from its home system by a gravitational push. Or it might be a comet from our own solar system that wandered far out and then looped back for a final pass. It'd be great if we could know exactly what this object is. Unfortunately, Oumuamua has proven to be a speedy celestial adversary, zipping through space at an astonishing 5.5 astronomical units per year, which is over 85,700 miles per hour, 138,000 kilometers per hour. This speed far outpaces any spacecraft we've ever built, with our fastest only clocking in at 57,000 kilometers per hour. Catching up to this enigmatic cosmic entity seems impossible with our current technology. Unless we make huge leaps in exploration, uncovering more about Oumuamua might remain out of our reach. To truly understand Oumuamua, we'd need to send a spacecraft to study it up close. But with its uncertain trajectory, fading light, and rapid retreat, designing and launching such a mission in time seems nearly impossible. Or is it? Several research teams are brainstorming ways to catch up to this distant object, coming up with innovative proposals that could lead to a close encounter within a few decades. If these plans don't pan out, others are preparing for the next interstellar visitor that comes our way. Avi Loeb himself believes a mission to Oumuamua is impossible due to its high speed and the challenge of locating it in space. However, other scientists have suggested feasible mission designs to reach Oumuamua within a few decades. The key to catching Oumuamua lies in building up enough speed to overtake it, which is currently zooming away at about 16 miles per second. 26 kilometers per second. Existing chemical rockets alone can't achieve this, but they could if we use slingshot maneuvers. By flying close to the Sun, Jupiter, or other planets, a spacecraft could gain speed and adjust its trajectory. This technique, known as a gravity assist, or Oberth maneuver, involves passing close to a massive body and adding a rocket boost at the closest point, significantly increasing acceleration. This method's been used to propel interplanetary probes like the Voyagers to the outer planets. Now, get this, up until recently, scientists believed that Oumuamua was on its way out of the solar system, expected to enter interstellar space by 2030. But it turns out Oumuamua is switching up its course again. Researchers have confirmed its presence near Neptune, but there's a lingering worry that its peculiar orbit might bring it back toward Earth. If that happens, the consequences could be significant. It's a mistake to assume Oumuamua couldn't reach the Earth after traveling such a vast distance. We still don't know much about its true nature or capabilities. If Oumuamua is just a rogue interstellar object, it could maintain its immense speed and make it to Earth in no time. And what would that mean? The immediate result could be a catastrophic impact. A collision with Earth would lead to widespread devastation. But if Oumuamua is actually a spaceship, we could be looking at a potential alien invasion, and their intentions and capabilities are a complete mystery. They might come from civilizations far more advanced than ours, like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. While this is all speculative, we can't dismiss the possibilities entirely, especially with Harvard professor Avi Loeb strongly believing Oumuamua is an alien vessel. What do you think? Do you believe this object is of alien origin? And do you think it'll return to Earth? Did you know NASA and Elon Musk's SpaceX have worked together on several missions to explore Mars? These missions have revealed that Mars is quite similar to Earth and could potentially support life. However, there are some findings that NASA has kept secret, which suggest the existence of alien artifacts on Mars. Recently, Elon Musk has revealed these hidden discoveries, raising questions about extraterrestrial life. NASA is well known for its dedication to space exploration, investing significant resources in every mission. This is why many are surprised that NASA's been silent about evidence of alien life on Mars. Elon Musk, passionate about space exploration and founder of SpaceX, is determined to uncover more about these alien artifacts. He believes that humanity needs to consider living on another planet, and Mars, being the most Earth-like, is the best candidate. The story begins in the late 1960s with NASA's Viking mission, managed by the NASA Langley Research Center. The mission included 2 space probes, Viking 1 and Viking 2, launched in 1975. They aimed to take high-resolution images of Mars, study its atmosphere and surface, and search for signs of life. Each probe had an orbiter to photograph the surface and a lander to study it up close. In 1976, they landed on Mars, sending back thousands of photos and valuable data. These images showed Mars had a history of large rivers, rainfall, and volcanoes, indicating that water once flowed on its surface. One particularly intriguing region revealed by the Viking probes is Cydonia, located in the northern hemisphere of Mars. Cydonia lies between the heavily cratered southern regions and the smooth plains of the north. Before the Viking mission, little was known about this area. Elon Musk now disclosed that NASA found alien artifacts in Cydonia, but kept it a secret for years. This revelation could be significant proof of extraterrestrial life. Musk's commitment to exploring and potentially colonizing Mars is driven by the idea that Earth may not always be a safe place for humanity, similar to the fate of the dinosaurs. Therefore, understanding Mars and its secrets is crucial for our future. The Viking orbiter took about 18 iconic images that revolutionized our understanding of Mars. These images, particularly one showing a humanoid face, extended our boundaries of what we thought possible about the red planet. This Face on Mars image, captured by NASA and quickly shared with the public, became famous. The Viking took a second image from a different angle, also showing the face-like structure with 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth. This discovery is credited to scientist Toby Owen, a member of the imaging team. He found the distant face on a Sunday afternoon while examining a set of mosaic Polaroids with a magnifying glass. Excitedly, he exclaimed, "Oh my God, look at this." This human-like face image on a planetary body was unprecedented, and other scientists shared Owen's amazement. The face on Mars, a 2-kilometer-long mesa in the Cydonia region, sparked controversial theories that aliens might have lived, or still live, on Mars. Some researchers believe that the red planet's unexplored areas could harbor hidden alien life. Elon Musk's ongoing Mars exploration and potential human colonization efforts may eventually uncover extraterrestrial life. However, NASA, tasked with finding evidence of life on Mars, dismissed the face as an optical illusion caused by light and shadow. Gerald Soffen, the project scientist for the Viking mission, stated that the image was a trick of the light. NASA claimed a subsequent photo showed the face had disappeared, but this second image was never published, leading some to believe NASA was hiding something. The Viking mission initially planned for Viking 2 to land in Cydonia, chosen for its unique geographical features. However, after the iconic image's release, plans changed. Viking 2 landed in Utopia Planitia, a less favorable region, baffling scientists who compared it to landing in the Sahara Desert, hoping to find a garden. This unexpected change and the unpublished second image fueled suspicions of a cover-up. Despite knowing they couldn't change the situation because the orders were already given, we must ask ourselves a critical question. What's happening in Cydonia that NASA doesn't want us to know? This long-held secret is finally out. To grasp the significance of what NASA is hiding about Cydonia, we need to look back to ancient Egypt. The Egyptians didn't construct the pyramids of Giza in isolation. They were part of larger complexes with temples, markets, and palaces. The same applies to other ancient civilizations worldwide. Applying this logic to the face on Mars, it's unlikely that the ancient beings who built it only created one structure. We should expect to find more structures nearby, and that's exactly what we see in Cydonia. Close to the face on Mars is a cluster of pyramids called the City Square. These pyramids, along with the features like spiral mounds and buttressed walls, suggest an organized city layout. NASA claims these formations are natural, but the evidence suggests otherwise. Near the City Square is another formation known as the Fortress, resembling a collapsed pyramid. There's also the DNM Pyramid, named after the NASA scientists Vince DiPietro and Greg Molnar, who discovered it analyzing Mars images. The pyramid is a massive 5-sided structure, 3 times the size of the largest pyramid in Egypt, with remarkable symmetry along 2 axes. Skeptics argue these structures are coincidental natural formations, but experts like Errol Torin, a satellite imaging specialist, disagree. Torin, who worked for the Defense Mapping Agency, spent hours examining these photos and concluded that the face and surrounding structures were not naturally formed. He believes an ancient Martian civilization built them. Torin was particularly fascinated by the DNM Pyramid, which he nicknamed the Rosetta Stone of Mars, due to its unique features and mathematical relationships with other structures in the area. NASA's silence on this matter suggests they might know more than they're letting on. The DNM Pyramid's precise symmetry and alignment with the face on Mars make it a mystery that nature alone can't explain. This discovery changes our understanding of Mars and suggests the possibility of an ancient civilization once thriving there. Richard Hoagland, an astronomer and former NASA consultant, began studying an unusual Martian structure in 1973. He analyzed images from the Viking mission and found that the DNMM pyramid and nearby formations didn't fit with typical Martian geology. Working with the Stanford Research Institute, Hoagland concluded that these structures were artificially built by ancient Martian inhabitants, suggesting an intelligent civilization once existed on Mars. Skeptics argue there's no solid proof these structures are man-made, but upcoming Mars explorations, like those by Elon Musk, may provide more evidence. These explorations could confirm that the face and nearby structures in the Cydonia region were created by extraterrestrials. This would support the idea that aliens are more advanced than we think and may also be found on other planets. One big question is why these ancient Martians built a humanoid face. Was it a palace, a residential complex, or something else? Another puzzling aspect is why the structure resembles a human face. Although answering these questions is difficult, the face on Mars suggests that aliens have known about us for a long time and might have been observing us. Besides the Cydonia face, there are other intriguing artifacts on Mars. For example, the crown face, or king's face, found in the Libya Montes region, is about 18 kilometers wide and has detailed features, including a crown. This face doesn't disappear when viewed from different angles, making it hard for NASA to dismiss it as a natural formation. NASA, however, insists it's a natural structure. Another interesting find is the Sumerian face, a rock formation resembling statues of ancient Sumerian gods. Some believe this is mere coincidence, but others think it indicates a connection between ancient Martians and Sumerians. Additionally, a half-buried rock face on Mars looks like it was carved, further fueling speculation about a past Martian civilization. The Meridiani face is another example, featuring squinting eyes, a large nose, and protruding cheekbones. It's located near the equator, where Egyptian-like statues have also been found, suggesting a link between Mars and ancient Egypt. Among these finds is an extremely tall, rectangular monument nicknamed the Shipwreck, resembling a destroyed boat. NASA's Curiosity rover, exploring Gale Crater and Mount Sharp, discovered a doorway carved into a rock face in May 2022. This doorway, likely not formed naturally, suggests the existence of an advanced Martian civilization. The rover also found giant tracks on the rock surface, leaving researchers puzzled about what kind of machines could have made them. As we await more answers from future Mars explorations, it's fascinating to imagine the life of these ancient Martians. Did they have democratic or autocratic governments? What happened to their civilization? Did they perish in Mars cataclysmic events, or do remnants still exist? Only time will tell. For years, stories of alien abductions have captured imaginations and sparked endless debates. From spooky encounters in the dead of night to strange disappearances and creepy memories, these stories blur the lines between reality and the unknown. While doubters dismiss them as mere fantasy or illusions, believers find them to be strong evidence of alien life. Here, we look into the top 10 most interesting and controversial alien abduction stories that have left a lasting mark on popular culture and continue to drive the search for answers in the cosmic mystery. Number 1. Betty and Barney Hill. In 1961, Betty and Barney Hill experienced one of the most famous alien abduction stories. While driving home in New Hampshire, the couple noticed a bright, moving light in the sky. Curious, they followed the light and eventually stopped to observe it through binoculars. Barney claimed to see figures inside a disc-shaped craft, prompting him to hastily drive away. Upon driving home, they realized they'd lost 2 hours and found their shoes mysteriously scuffed and their wristwatches broken. Vivid dreams later plagued Betty, revealing memories of being taken aboard the ship and experimented on by beings who spoke broken English. Under hypnosis, both recounted these abductions in detail, with Betty even drawn a crude star map of a distant star system, adding a layer of intrigue and mystery to their story. Number 2. Whitley Strieber, Communion. Whitley Strieber's encounter, detailed in his 1987 book, Communion, has captivated audiences for decades. On December 26, 1985, while at his secluded cabin, Strieber experienced a series of strange events that led to severe sleep disturbances and unexplained time loss. He described being visited by tall, pale beings with large black eyes, whom he referred to as the visitors. These entities reportedly subjected him to various experiments and filled him with a profound sense of fear. Strieber's account of repeated interactions with these beings resonated with readers, leading to a significant impact on public perceptions of alien abductions. Communion not only became a bestseller, but also sparked widespread media attention, contributing to the broader cultural narrative surrounding extraterrestrial encounters. Number 3. A70 Incident. On August 17, 1992, Gary Wood and Colin Wright experienced the A70 incident, a chilling encounter in Scotland. While driving late at night, they noticed an unidentified black object in the sky and a bright wall of light directly ahead. As they drove towards the light, they were suddenly disoriented, finding their car facing the opposite direction with an hour unaccounted for on the clock. Under hypnosis, Wood and Wright recounted terrifying details of their abduction. They described experiencing intense pain and being taken aboard an alien ship for a mysterious examination. This incident left them both profoundly shaken, with their detailed hypnosis revelations adding a disturbing layer to their account. The A-70 incident remains one of the most compelling and eerie alien abduction stories, highlighting the unsettling phenomenon of lost time and unexplained encounters with the unknown. Number 4. Mrs. G. The Strange Tales. In 1965, an anonymous woman known only as Mrs. G reported a bizarre encounter while washing clothes in her backyard. She described seeing a brilliant blue light that hovered above her, lifting her into an alien craft. Inside, she encountered 3 strange figures clad in reflective metal suits. Mrs. G felt a sharp pain at the back of her neck and then found herself back at home with her laundry still in the basket hours later. Unlike many other abduction stories, Mrs. G did not seek fame or attention, maintaining her anonymity throughout the years. Her account stands out for its lack of sensationalism, making it a haunting and intriguing tale of alien contact. The simplicity and sincerity of her story, coupled with the vivid details of the encounter, continue to captivate those interested in unexplained phenomena. Number 5. Clayton and Donnelly abductions. The Clayton and Donnelly abductions involve a Texas couple who claim to have been abducted by aliens multiple times throughout their lives. Clayton Lee reported his first encounter as a child, while his partner, Donna Lee, recounted a particularly harrowing experience involving the alleged abduction of an unborn fetus. This couple's lives have been dominated by a pervasive fear of further abductions. They've shared their story on various media platforms, including Fox News' The O'Reilly Factor, in an attempt to raise awareness and seek understanding. Donna described the aliens as tall, slender, and blonde, resembling humans but with distinct differences. The couple's ongoing fear and detailed accounts of their experience have made their story one of the most unsettling and persistent narratives in the realm of alien abductions, highlighting the profound psychological impact such encounters can have on individuals. Number 6. John Day Family Abduction. The John Day family abduction is a chilling tale from 1974 in Essex, England. Returning home from an outing, John Day and his family noticed that their trip had inexplicably taken hours longer than it should have. Initially dismissing the incident as odd, it wasn't until the entire family began experiencing reoccurring nightmares that Day sought answers through hypnosis. Under suggestion, he recalled driving into a strange mist, which lifted the family car into a spaceship bathed in bright light. Despite these vivid recollections, Day had no conscious memory of the missing time. The story highlights the mysterious and often terrifying nature of alleged alien abductions, where ordinary journeys can transform into extraordinary and haunting experiences. Number 7. Travis Walton, Fire in the Sky. Travis Walton's abduction tale is one of the most spectacular and well documented. In 1975, while working at a logging site in Arizona, Walton and his 6 co-workers noticed a mysterious light in the forest. Walton approached it, only to be struck by a beam and vanish. His co-workers, fearing for their lives, fled, but later returned to find him gone. Walton reappeared 5 days later with no memory of the missing time. He claimed he was taken aboard an alien ship, where 3 bald creatures with huge eyes interrogated and experimented on him. The detailed account of his abduction, supported by his co-workers' testimonies, inspired the 1993 film Fire in the Sky, solidifying Walton's story as a cornerstone of alien abduction lore. Number 8. Bob Vila's abductions. Military veteran Bob Vila's story stands out due to the frequency and duration of his alleged abductions. Through hypnosis, Vila revealed that he experienced multiple abductions over his 20-year military career. He claimed that his alien abductors communicated with him telepathically and used advanced technology to cure undiagnosed diseases within his body. Unlike many others, Vila didn't recall a single incident, but rather a series of encounters that deeply affected his life. His sensitivity to the paranormal and detailed recollections under hypnosis provide a unique perspective on the phenomenon of alien abductions, blending elements of science fiction with a personal narrative of ongoing extraterrestrial contact. Number 9. Carol and Helen Thomas, alleyway abduction. In 1988, Carol and Helen Thomas, a mother-daughter duo, experienced a harrowing encounter during their daily walk to work in Birmingham, England. They were startled by a strange humming sound and an intense white light that left them dizzy and disoriented. Upon regaining their senses, they found themselves hours late for work with no memory of the missing time. Following the incident, both women suffered from severe skin conditions and heightened anxiety. Seeking answers, they underwent hypnosis, where they revealed vivid memories of being taken aboard an alien craft. They described invasive experiments, including having eggs removed from their bodies via a tube inserted into their stomachs. This abduction tale is particularly unsettling due to the physical and psychological effects experienced by both women, as well as the detailed accounts uncovered during hypnosis. The Carol and Helen Thomas abduction remains one of the most compelling examples of multiple witness encounters and the mysterious phenomena of missing time and unexplained physical symptoms. Number 10. Linda Nortile Napolitano, Manhattan transfer abduction. Linda Cortile Napolitano's alleged abduction from her high-rise New York City apartment in 1989 stands out for its dramatic nature and corroborative evidence. Napolitano claimed that aliens whisked her away from her bedroom through an open window into a hovering UFO. She pointed to an unexplained bump next to her nose as physical proof of the event. Remarkably, her story was supported by 2 bodyguards, supposedly on a United Nations security detail, who reported witnessing the abduction and subsequently suffered psychotic breakdowns. Napolitano described the inside of the alien craft as being filled with oddly shaped metallic furniture and clam-like structures. Despite intense scrutiny and skepticism, she remained steadfast in her account, insisting on its truth. The involvement of credible witnesses and the dramatic elements of the abductions have made Napolitano's story one of the most intriguing and controversial in the annals of alien abduction lore, highlighting the blurred lines between extraordinary claims and their potential reality. That was all for today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon to stay updated for the next videos. If you want to know more about aliens, watch our video on Fermi Paradox. See you again. Bye.